What's going on, everybody? This is Dude with the Cutter, here to give y'all another tutorial. This time we're doing a high taper. So I'm going to start off by picking out my client's hair to get him ready for the deep bulking process. This is just going to help me ensure that I get this as even as possible for the top length. Now I'm taking my clipper with the one guard halfway closed, and I'm going to start my deep bulking process. So I'm going to debulk him going with the grain instead of going against. That way it can help the hair to lay down. So now I'm going to work my way to the back to put in this ball line and then remove all the hair from below. This is going to be the starting foundation for your fade, so you want to try to make this as straight as possible. And now we're going to do the same thing on the sides, just putting in the ball lines and cleaning up the area. Now the way I measure where I'm going to put my ball line is I try to start at the top of the C cup and then work all the way back to where the ear connects to the head. And that's usually a great reference point for me. It just allows me to make it as straight as possible. I know all head shapes are a little bit different, but you know, this is what works for me. Now I'm going to be taking my 1.5 guard and taking that all the way to the top just to fade into that one guard halfway close that I did on the top during my debulking process. Here I'm going in with my clipper all the way open, and I'm going to be going up about a finger's width just to start off the fade. Now I'm adjusting my lever to halfway close and going halfway into that guideline I just made. Now I'm going to close my lever all the way up and go ahead and knock out that ball line I put in. Now I'm going to go with my one guard all the way open and go up another finger's width to start my second guideline. Right here you can see me going with the grain again just to try to knock it down, just to get some of the bulk off of where the fade is so that everything can blend together. Now I'm adjusting my lever to halfway close, going halfway into that new guideline I just started. Now I'm going to go ahead and close up my lever and just go ahead and blend those two sections together. Here I'm going to go in, I'm going to take my 0 guard and just do a little bit of touching up a couple areas. This is just really just detail work just to make sure everything looks to, you know, my satisfaction. Now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, taking that clipper all the way open, going up a finger's width, adjusting my lever halfway, and then moving halfway into that guideline we made. Close up that lever and get rid of that ball line. Now put that one guard on there and follow the same system. All the way open to the top, close the lever halfway and go towards the middle, then go ahead and finish it up by closing it and blend the two sections together. Alright, now let's get started on the back. So we're going to go up 1 inch in the back and just put in our guideline. Now we're going up halfway with our lever halfway closed. And then we close up our lever and fade out that bald line that we put in. Let's go ahead and grab that one guard open and go up about a finger's width. Then adjust your lever halfway, go halfway into that new guideline. Finally, go ahead and close up that lever and fade the two sections into each other. Now I'm going to take my full shaver and just bald out that line a little bit more. Now I'm going to prep my client for his lineup by spraying holding spray all over. And I'm going to put my line directly in the middle, just as my guide, and work from the middle all the way to the right side, going towards his vertical bar. And with this, I'm just lightly tapping the little hairs on the edge, just make sure I don't push them back. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, starting from that guide I put in the middle and working myself all the way to the left towards the vertical bar. Like I said, I'm just tapping, making sure that I'm not pushing them back, just slightly grazing those hairs of any overgrowth. And now I'm getting started on his vertical bars. Just once again, just lightly tapping the area and giving them that box shape. Okay, now we're gonna get started on his beard. First, I'm gonna knock it down with the one guard open and just remove all the bulk. He wants to take his beard a little bit close, but not too close. Now with my trimmers, I'm gonna go and start this lineup on the side of his beard. Like any lineup, I'm just gonna keep tapping and just go straight down, try to make this straight so it gives a nice clean look. So usually once I put this line in, what I like to do is I like to start to work around the ear and put that line up on the back of the neck. So with my trimmer, I'm gonna start at the top of the ear and kind of just start to curve that line to the top. And then we'll bring it down. Then right here, I'm gonna tap that line in and give them that real clean, crisp line up. And I go over this a couple of times just to make sure it's right, make sure it's straight, make sure it's clean. So now back to the front of the beard, I'll try to start right around here so that I can know where I'm gonna start my curve at for the beard. And I'll just do a quick little rough draft, just get my curvature together because I know I'm gonna come in with that razor right after and just define everything. Now I'm gonna be going in with my razor. Now when using the razor, I like to tighten the skin just to make sure I don't cut anybody or nick anyone. And I'm just literally scraping straight to the line that I put in with my trimmers. And this is just gonna define it and give it a sharper look. Once again, right here, I'm just stretching the skin and just lightly tapping that area, just going up to the line that I've already put in there. Now I'm gonna give my client a hot towel. Always make sure before you put it on their face to ask them if it's too hot. For me, I like to use a hot towel. That way it softens up the face and moisturizes before I go in with that razor. And that way I'm not irritating the skin or anything. Then I'm gonna go ahead and follow it up with a massager around the face. This is just something I do for my fellow bearded clients that I get. You know, they really enjoy it. So, you know, I appreciate doing it for them. Now I'm gonna come back in with that razor and hit this right here between the side of the beard and the ear and just trace that line out. Remember to stretch that skin, that way we don't have any accidents. just gonna come in with my trimmer again and kind of clean up this curve. I didn't really like the way it was looking from my rough draft, so I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit more. Now I'm gonna come in with that razor and stretch the skin. Funny enough, if you stretch the skin out enough and just slowly work your way, you can connect it into that curve by just hitting straight lines. Here you guys go. Here's the final product. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you guys learned anything or if there's any videos y'all want me to do or get into more details about. That way I can get the videos out to you guys. Once again, this is Dude the Cutter. Peace.